So I've had a lot of negative influences from people who I thought were they were kind of like revered in my mind as being really flawless, and then when I start to see their flaws, it sort of shakes my world paradigm, because I in a way feel like that which I looked for validation and comfort, and to know that everything was going to be taken care of because of these people. And you're probably guessing who they are, everybody has a pair. And so I guess like when you realize that they're not perfect, it sort of, for me, made me look at myself to see how I'm not perfect, how I'm in their image to some degree, which is a lot like God, the image of God, that we assume through our projections and our beliefs about that which can't be intellectualized. I've given up on a lot of my intellectualizations and the juicing of phenomenon, and I'm wanting to see if I say anything worthwhile, and if I believe that it's worthwhile, this could really help people, then I'll post it. For some reason, when I make videos, I have a feeling of peace, and I process quickly. That's why I don't look at the camera, and my eyes move around a lot. So maybe I don't seem like a peaceful person, but I feel peaceful. I probably act differently in interactions with people I'm close to than the way I come across in these videos. I feel like anyone can, if you have intention spiritually, you can have a taste of peace and God. But you have to stick with it. And all that I know for sure is that it's there. That other way to live is there. That other way to live your life with a certain reverence for the intangible. You don't get measured. You don't have an accumulation. You don't have something that you can show people. But it's the essence and the substrate, the basic existence of your life. And to welcome that and acknowledge it is to validate that which is apart from you. That's your ego. It's apart from your ego, and you function a little bit through your ego, the personality that interacts with the world. But the goal, truly, is to develop a new level, a level of awareness that's deeper than the stuff that's happening, the sequence of perception, the thoughts that come from what you watch in the sequence of perception. It's like the ego is an entity that arose spontaneously from watching a movie. It became the commentator, it became the professional commentator that then thought somehow it was controlling the phenomena. So I do think this is valuable. I might post this. I'm at a place where it doesn't matter, actually. What matters is that if you feel any dedication or devotion, or even an inkling that you want to experience something, because we're always experiencing. We're experiencing something that is closer to you, which is a paradox, because it's closer to you and it's apart from your ego. Usually you, that's the ego. But I do believe that there are rare people who don't have egos. I think I know some. And then when you bless people through your presence and your actions and your words, and mainly your love, it's not really you that's doing it. You're not performing miracles. But you acknowledge the power which you're aware of, which is the essence of life, and you're in awe of it, and you pray that power is all that is. Therefore, your ego becomes put to the side, at the very least. The cracking of the shell is painful, because instantly comes up inferiority, feelings of worthlessness. For some people, maybe, perhaps. Having a sure trust and faith in a particular spiritual teaching, like David Hawkins, that's the only one I know of that's surefire, that's provable, I believe David Hawkins' teaching is more powerful than Scripture. That's just what I think. Having a surefire method. I mean, David Hawkins was a scientist too. Something and a mystic. Something that is not just verifiable to the intellect, which is very limited, but which is provable and knowable through love, is the thing to basically dedicate your life to once you found it. If you have that intention, you won't do it unless you have the intention. So no one can really tell you the wrong advice. Once you have the intention, there's nothing you can really do about it. Once you have the intention, you're pretty much on a sure path to pain. On a sure path to dissolution eventually. And then you're not there anymore. The person you once took yourself to be isn't there. And God is in charge.